Hi everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? I'm so excited to have you watching. Thank you for watching me. I am pretty new to YouTube, and so I would greatly appreciate it, you guys helping me out and subscribing to my channel so I can keep bringing you these fun videos. I have a blog at inkyhandswarmhearts.com right here. And if you are purchasing anything for the month of July, please use this host code. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me to bring you more videos. Today we are doing a fun fold card that I have designed, and it's a fun fold because it's not your traditional card opening. So it opens like this, and that is your inner section. Isn't this fun? So I'm going to teach you how to make this today. It's going to be a good time. So I hope you will stay with me all the way until finish. So let's go ahead and get started. Obviously, there's quite a few pieces for this card. We're going to use the Artistically Inked bundle, which is really an awesome bundle. It's this beautiful stamp set here and these gorgeous dies. We're going to be using this flower here and this flower here, this set of leaves, and the happy birthday sentiment. And then inside we did a little stamping with this small flower. So we're going to use quite a bit of the flowers. As you can see, there's a lot of designer series paper on this project. You have this pattern right here. You have this beautiful pattern, and then you have this beautiful green pattern right here. So we're using 3 different sheets of designer series paper to get this beautiful pattern, and then we're using this stamp right here, this baby little speckle dot, which is so cute. So I hope that you will stick with me and stay with me while we make this really fun card. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just go ahead and get the scoring out of the way. That's always the funnest part, right? So we're going to take our piece of 4 1/4 by 11. This is our Pear Pizzazz paper, and I've just trimmed the 8 1/2 down the middle long ways, right in the halfway point, which is 4 1/4, and that gives us a 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece. I'm gonna go ahead and move this kind of out of the way and this kind of out of the way so that I can fit my Simply Scored tool in our shot right here. There we go. All right, so we're gonna place our piece the long direction, and we are going to score it at 4 different places, which is what this piece of Pear Pizzazz that is folded. We're going to have this panel in the middle, and then these 2 panels here. That's going to be 1, and then the same thing on the other side. So that is what we will be scoring. So let's go ahead and grab our score tool and our stylus, and we're going to score at 2 inches. We're going to score at 3 3/4 inch. We're going to score at 7 1/4 inch. And we're going to score at 9 inches. I'm going to do it one more time for you. So 2 inches, 3 3/4 inches, 7 1/4 inches, and 9 inches. That's all the scoring for this awesome, awesome card. As you can see, when I design stuff, I sit and I kind of sketch them out and figure out what I'm doing, and those are my score measurements. So let's go ahead and move the Simply Scoreboard out of the window here and bring our card back in. Now we're going to go ahead and burnish on all the sides. To do that, we're going to need our bone folder. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to do the other side like that, and then this window gets folded back, right? So we're going to fold it the other way. And then this one gets folded back. We want to make sure that they meet in the middle nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and press that in there like so. Put my fingers and press, use the bone folder to just make sure that I have it in there nice and tight. Then I'm going to flip these open and score these sections. All right, so then this gives us our opening mechanism. Okay. This piece gets attached on a piece of Pale Papaya. Isn't this a gorgeous color cardstock? And this is going to get attached right here in the center. We're going to do as best a job as we can. So that's going to get adhered here, and then that is going to form our base. that opens. Okay, so this piece is going to get attached in the center. So let's go ahead, and before we do that, let's attach all of our pieces onto here, which will make it so nice. So first, we'll start with our pieces that are our front. Let me bring our card in so you can see. So those pieces are Designer Series paper, is this floral. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh my gosh, this paper is so beautiful. So I think I'm gonna go this direction, like this. And so those are attached first. So let's go ahead and put some adhesive. I'm probably gonna run out of my seal adhesive in the middle of this video, but that's okay. I have a refill on the side, and I can show you how to refill when you run out of your adhesive. All right, so we're gonna just do 3 lines right there. Perfect. And let's go ahead and attach that. I think I got some onto my surface. There we go. So then this piece is gonna get attached right here, and I'm gonna give it an even border all the way around. There's that one. Let's go ahead and attach our adhesive onto our second piece. And there is that. And here is our second piece. So again, we're gonna give it even coverage. Okay, so there's that piece. Now we're gonna open to the inside, and we're gonna have 2 pieces right here. That is this beautiful paper. The back is kind of wild. Isn't that pretty? So we're gonna stick with this pale papaya look. So let's go ahead and grab our piece, and we're gonna put our adhesive on this beautiful striped paper here. I don't think I got adhesive all the way to the end. I might be almost out. All right. Let's go ahead and attach that one in this section here, giving it a border all the way around. I'm gonna flip this upside down temporarily till I adhere this one. I'm right-handed, so I like to adhere stuff on the right-hand side. Let's get this last piece. We'll stick that down so that it's even on all 4 sides as well. That looks good, and then we'll flip our card back around. So the center piece, as you can see, gets a white panel, and it is stamped with some flowers. So let's go ahead and do that and attach that in there as well. And here is our piece that's gonna go in here, but let's grab our flowers. We're gonna use the Pale Papaya ink. And I'm just kind of nesting these little flowers so that the littlest one is in the corner, like that. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Perfect. That's all the stamping for that for the moment. I like to clean my stamp as I go, so I'm gonna clean that, get that out of our way. All right, let's go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of this. And this might be where I run out. I look like I'm very close. You can kind of tell you're running out because there's like a red, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a red piece in there that tells me I'm almost done with this adhesive. So let's go ahead and attach that one so that there's a border on all 4 sides, about equal, the best you can do. You know, you can only be as precise as your measurements, right? So there is our panel pieces. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and attach this onto our main card. And so to do that, I'm only going to put adhesive on this back section so that these panels can pull out. So I'm going to have it closed, and I'm going to go ahead and attach it in. Oh, I have finally reached the end of my rope. There's my red. So let me show you how to change it. You're going to pull this cover off, and then this comes out and gets thrown away. This is how the refills come. They come in these little bags, and you're gonna pull that piece off and get down in here to this Ziploc, and then this part comes out. You can see that it's identical to this one, only it's not used up. There's nothing on this wheel, which it's round it, and there is that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this used up one in here and throw this away. And then this piece is going to get laid on these pins. So there's a pin here, and there's a pin here, and there's 2 holes. So you just kind of line those up, just like that. Put this cover back over the top, and that's as easy as it is. So we will go ahead and get this started. Perfect. Oops. I'm going to put a little bit more in those corners. I don't really feel like I had it stuck very well. Okay, so here is our front opening, right? This is how it's going to open. So we're going to lay this down. It's the same top to bottom, but it's short. So we want to make sure that we have the same amount of papaya showing approximately. I mean, you guys just have to eyeball it as best you can. And we're going to lay that flat. And once we're happy with that, let me make sure. Yep, just like that. Perfect. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna just put it down and pray that it so right here we're gonna go ahead and attach this green here. And it's going to have a border the same approximately on all 4 sides. If I did a good job of placing my card core down, which I think I did. Looks awesome. There's that piece. Now we can bring this fold back and lay this one flat. We're going to do this side. So let's go ahead and put our adhesive on the back of this. Perfect. And then we're going to lay these like so. And there. All right. There we go. So now you can see that green on both sides. And that is our card. Now we're going to decorate the front. We're going to put this beautiful happy birthday on here and this pretty flower. Okay, so let's set this aside. And let's work on these layers. So I'm going to grab this scrap paper and I am going to place, this is going to be nested in here, just like on this card. And so with this piece, you see it has all these speckle dots. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that stamp. It's a little tiny dot stamp of 4 stamps. We're going to grab our Pear Pizzazz ink. And we're going to just kind of polka dot this all over. And so what you want to do is you want to turn your stamp as you go. You don't want all the polka dots to look exactly the same or that they've been placed in the exact same spot. And as you can see, I'm getting close to the edge so that some pieces kind of hang over and there's 1 or 2 dots. And I'm working my way around there first. It just makes it easier once you've done your edge to then come in and fill the front. Now, some of this is going to be covered, so it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Stick one this direction. And then I'm going to come around the edge and I'm going to put 1 or 2 dots in these spots that are kind of naked. Or that might need a little dot there. That looks pretty good to me. Let's put one more set right there. Okay, awesome. So there's my dots. Close this for right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean that before I stick my hand in it. Dots are gone. We're gonna use our small rose. We're also gonna use the large flower here. And then we're gonna have a happy birthday. So let's go ahead and attach this layer while we have it out onto this piece that we just stamped. And we're gonna go ahead and put this on here again, trying to make all 4 sides even as best you can. All right, so this is gonna be this piece that goes here, okay? That part's done. Let's stamp the happy birthday. I'm going to move this. We're gonna get out my little strip here and I'm gonna be really careful and hopefully I can get this in one shot. Let's see. Of course, you can cut your paper a lot bigger than I have and then just trim it down if you don't like to live on the edge like I do. So I'm just gonna move this right there. That looks good. And I'm gonna line up my happy birthday. I'm gonna run my finger across the block. And there's my happy birthday. All right. Let's see, I have to grab my scrap paper so that I can do my flowers, my leaves, and my large pieces. So I just have some scrap paper here. We're kind of done with the green. Let's pull out our papaya. And as you can see, the large piece is for the large flower. So I'm gonna ink that up and I'm gonna press that down. There's that, isn't it pretty? This larger piece is for this rose. There's that. I'm going to close my papaya pad and we're gonna go with Pear Pizzazz. Whoops, woo! Look at, that's why you have to clean your stamps, guys. Because when you have a little happy accident, then you have to clean up your mess. So I pulled that out of my piece. Let's go ahead and clean these in case I do that again. Never know. Get these out of our way. Let's get the leaf. We're done with pale papaya, and let's stamp our Pear Pizzazz for our leaves. God, I did that a little tight. Hopefully I have room. There we go, I do. All right. That's the stamping. Let's clean. And let's die cut next. Yay! This is a fun card. Okay, so to die cut this out, I'm going to use my little baby Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm going to set that off to the side. Bring our little guy in here. Let's move our card over here so you can see that. Perfect. We have some plates on here. We're going to use plate number 1. Then plate number 2 is where the magic happens. You can see it's well loved. And I'm gonna move these out of the way so that you can watch me line up these with the die set. So we're gonna do the large flower, this leaf, and then, so these are the 3. And up here, this is washi tape. So I just kind of use it to hold my dies in place. Once I've lined them up and I'm happy with their placement, I'm gonna stick a piece of washi tape over the top of it like that. Let's do the leaves next. Line it up as best I can. I mean, you can only do it as best you can, right? So let's do that. Stick a piece of washi tape on it. Start putting these guys in here. Perfect. All right, time for our flower. Line it up as best we can. Let's grab this larger washi tape for it. I'm gonna do on 2 sides because it's a bigger die. And we're gonna put it back here. All right, so let's move our machine over and pull this out so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go ahead and lay this plate over the top. And then I'm gonna go ahead and crank it through. I'm gonna put my hand here to keep it from hopefully moving my mat, and hopefully it will die cut everything the way it's supposed to. Yay! Move the baby out of the way, close it up. I'm gonna set it off here to the side for a minute and pull these off. And as you can see, there's my flower. I'm gonna stick my washi tape back onto the handle because that's where I like to have it live, then I find it next time I need to use it. There's that piece. There's my leaves. And the rose. All right, let's get these plates out of the way and bring in our die. Put these on here. that's our die set. This is our discard. All right, we're almost done with our card. Before we attach it, I'm gonna use something called Wink of Stella. It's a really beautiful brush ink. There's some iridescent ink in here. It's a clear, but it has some glitter. And I'm just gonna paint like I'm painting with a paintbrush. And I'm just gonna deposit that beautiful sparkle. Hopefully you guys can see it in the camera. There it is up close. I hope you can see the sparkle. I can't really tell if you can. Hopefully you can. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the rose. I'm gonna add just a touch to the leaves. All right, that's that. So now we're gonna attach our pieces. We're gonna use some Stampin' Dimensionals, if I can find them. I don't know what I've done with my Stampin' Dimensionals. They're supposed to be right here and they've disappeared. So let me see if I can locate those. If not, I'll grab a new sheet, but they seem to have walked away. I don't know where they've disappeared. They're supposed to be right here in my area, and I found them. Yay! Here's my Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh my gosh, only when you're recording does this stuff happen, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put a couple behind my rose here, maybe 2. And then my leaf, I'm gonna use just a little bit of this wet glue just in that part, and I'm gonna attach it first onto my flower. So I have to figure out where I want it. I think I want it in this dipped piece so that you can see the leaves the most. So I'll place it right there like that. And then you can see that those leaves the most. That's pretty. And once I have it attached, then I can go ahead and put some dimensionals just around. And I'm gonna put one over here. Okay, there's those. I'm gonna put them where they belong so that I don't lose them for next time. And we're gonna go ahead and attach this onto our piece that we stamped. So let's pull the backs off and throw those away. This is my Take Your Pick tool. If you're wondering what I'm using, we sell it on my website. If you go to my blog and go to shop with me, you can find that. So we're gonna go ahead and position our card. I think I wanna raise it a little bit because we're gonna put the happy birthday down here. And so I'm gonna position it so that that leaf goes up off of here because it's still gonna stay on the card. You can see here that it's up off of here. And then let's go ahead and pull these off, these last 2 dimensionals. And we're gonna go ahead and place this pretty rose right there in the center to give it some dimension. Awesome. Now we're gonna put our happy birthday. And it's going to nest right over the top here. So I'm not gonna put any dimensionals in the middle because I already have dimensionals under this part of my card, or I should. If I don't, I'm gonna stick one under there because we want that to stay nice and tight and lifted. I don't think I put one there, so let's pull that off and have that stand firm. So I'm gonna put dimensionals, 1 on each side here. And I'm gonna put the liquid glue in the middle so that it'll attach to that flower and hold everything in place. So let's go ahead and line that up. That looks awesome. Hopefully we're straight as best we can. And there's my happy birthday. Isn't that pretty? So the last step is to attach this layer here. Now we're not going to attach it to both pieces because then we wouldn't be able to open our card right. So we're only going to attach it on one side. So you want to make sure when you attach it that you don't see any dimensionals sticking out when you open your card. So you only want to put the dimensionals on one section of this piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one over. I'm going to place it where it's going to live. And I know that safely I can put dimensionals on these corners right here because those are going to definitely lay off of that piece. Now this is where it opens. All right, so we want to make sure that it's only attached on that one side. So we're going to lay it so that it's even. Perfect. And then I'm going to put my finger, and it's kind of where this dot is. And then it's an open space with the dots here. So it's kind of where these dots is. So I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to hold my finger there, and I'm going to put a dimensional. And then I'm going to go down as even as I can, put another one. And then I'm going to put one here in the middle. So those are my dimensionals. You just kind of eyeball it. I'm going to pull the backs off. Throw those away. Gosh, I love this take your pick tool to get those off of there. It makes it so easy. So now I'm going to go ahead and close this. And again, I'm going to lay it so that it's even. Make sure that my top and my bottom looks good. I'm going to press that flat. And when I'm happy, I'm going to hold it up so I can see it. Now I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. And there is the card. As you can see, the dimensionals are hidden. They're not showing. And then there is our card. I hope that you guys have enjoyed me making this card. I have more projects with this artistically inked on my YouTube, also on my Facebook business page. And my blog, I do this bundle. I've done this bundle for an entire week, so you can see 7 days worth of ideas, projects, tips, tricks. So thank you for watching me always. And as you know, I'm new to YouTube, so please help me out. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ask your friends to subscribe too, and when you subscribe, you'll be getting notifications of when I post new videos. So check out my blog. The link is in the description below. And when you go there, you can access PDFs and measurements and more fun projects. So happy stamping, guys. This is Kelly with Inky Hands, Warm Hearts. Bye.